Greetings, Sammy from Seattle. Welcome to our first video! Yeah! Achievement unlocked. I'm sorry I did that now. For the first video, I want to talk about why I think this is such a great idea. Now I know what you're thinking. Jeff, I know why it's a good idea. We've been wanting to make a YouTube channel for a while now. We just needed a format. We needed some kind of thing that we could do. And the Vlogbrothers format just works perfectly. And it's not stealing because it's really kind of a basic idea to just exchange videos back and forth. And we're going to make it our own thing because we're creatives and we're artists and that's what we do. But that's why it's a good idea. Let me tell you why it's a great idea. Number one, the power of documentation. So years ago when I moved to LA, I got myself a LiveJournal account. Now you may have heard of LiveJournal, but keep in mind, this is pre-social media. The term wasn't really used yet. No Facebook, no Twitter, not even MySpace yet. I think maybe Friendster was a thing, but who cares? Apparently now, Friendster is a big thing in Asia. I'm not sure how that happened. So I got a LiveJournal account, and the purpose was to have some kind of documentation of what I'm doing, to have this motivating factor of having something to write down every day. So every day I want to try and do something that is worth putting down and then putting out into the public, even though it was, just friends or whoever I accepted to read my LiveJournal or whatever. It wasn't just a journal I put under the bed, it was a thing, it was out there. And so I think the value of us making things and putting them in a public place, even though there's a million things out there and probably won't get noticed, but just the fact that it could means we're going to have to strive to make our lives better and talk more about more interesting things, which leads me to point number two, Manic Pixie Dream Girl. Last time I was down, we were at the ramen shop and we were having this really great conversation about the Manic Pixie Dream Girl and our shared disdain for overactivism. And I thought that was really, really great conversation. Then the last couple of days, everybody on the internet was blowing up over Ben Affleck becoming Batman, and I was like, pretty okay with that. I was like, oh man, I wonder what Sammy thinks of that. And then I thought, my God, we should always be having a conversation like that. It should always be, I wonder what Sammy thinks about that. And you should always be able to ask, hey, I wonder what Jeff thinks about that. And we could just have this conversation and we can make the discourse really good and really quality because we'll be able to sit and think about what we want to say and how we want to say it and get all our facts straight right away. And I'm really excited. I'm really excited about this idea. So that's the, those are the reasons. I feel like I might have had more, but I've really just been freaking out about the idea and not really writing anything down. I've got a couple of notes, but not anything substantial. I have no plan on how often we're going to do this. I'd like to do it every day. I don't know how much work that's going to be, but I think if I do one and then you do one tomorrow, then I do one the next day, I think that might be pretty great. Also, if you're seeing this and it's been edited, Future Jeff figured out how to edit things. Good luck, Future Jeff. I think the length should probably be, brief. I don't know if I want to put any kind of limit on it or anything. The Vlogbrothers, I think, do 4 minutes or they get punished, which is a funny thing, but we don't need to do that. I think the most important thing is just keep doing stuff. If we just keep doing stuff, we're bound to run into some good stuff along the way. If we don't, we'll just have fun learning and figuring things out. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I can't wait to see what your response is and what your thoughts are and what you think you want to do with this channel, and if you have any thoughts on rules and regulations and however it is. But I do think we should do it a lot and as much as possible, and as much as and redundant too, lots of redundancy. So have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm gonna go make a quesadilla.